What is it that makes our homes feel right to us? Previous videos have introduced the 6 pathways of interior flow and exterior connections. When they are resolved, your home will inspire you and feel right. That's the power of design by life. In this video, I want to focus on the kitchen and the 5 lacks that seem to always come up. LACKS is an acronym for the 5 concerns people want to address when remodeling their kitchens. L for layout. The arrangement of cabinets and appliances does not flow well with their preferred way of working in the kitchen. A for aesthetics. The kitchen has lost or never had the finishes and style of cabinets that appeal to you. Yet after we all agree on that, what bothers people most seem to be the C, K, and S of lacks. C for Counterspace. There's not enough of it, and it's not where you most need it. K for clutter. You can't stand all the stuff that's crowding your counters. And S for storage. You need more than a closet in the corner. You need a bigger kitchen. Well, would you believe that all 3 of these complaints can be resolved with just a simple change or 2? More on that a bit later. First, let's understand how we arrived at what drives the way kitchen layouts are developed today. Many decades ago, we had just come through World War II, during which we had discovered the power of standardization in order to manufacture all the boats, airplanes, tanks, and more. It was a natural progression to then apply this new way of thinking to mass manufacturing of homes, and soon cabinets received the same treatment. To get the most out of a 4-foot by 8-foot piece of plywood, and to ease the arithmetic of production, cabinets became 24 inches deep below the counters and 12 inches deep for the uppers or wall cabinets. Drawer faces became 6 inches high. Counters were set at 36 inches, toe kicks 4 inches, and cabinets had a bulky frame attached to give rigidness to the boxes, often with stiles blocking access. Plus, the large gaps between the fronts gave forgiveness to the misalignments of the doors and drawer faces. Before long, standardization took over the entire cabinet industry. Catalogs abounded with pages full of modular cabinets, all in 3-inch increments. Kitchen design became driven by these 3-inch increments. Cabinets have been made to fit plywood and not people ever since. Well, early in my career, a client in Alaska wanted the walls in their kitchen so they could display art, something to enjoy during the long winter nights, and they wanted a much wider kitchen window, something like this kitchen. They challenged me to design a kitchen with no wall cabinets. Well, obviously, that meant a lot more storage was needed below the counters. So I made deeper counters with full extension drawers, and 9 cabinets replaced 25. The drawers stored every item they had with space left over, and I had an awakening. Deeper counters also solved the issue of counter space. Normally all the items on the counter crowd the workspace, and often that means you can be working with less than the minimum usable counter depth, which is considered to be 16 inches. In this kitchen, there are appliances across the entire counter, yet there is still plenty of workspace in front of them due to the deeper counters. To my amazement, this single change solved the 3 issues of counter space, clutter, and storage. Just look at how nicely items fit and how much more fits when the drawers have more room. Standardization gave us top drawers that are 6 inches high on the face. With the upgrade to undermount hidden drawer slides, the drawer became a 1/2 inch shallower. Unfortunately, cabinet manufacturers did not adjust the drawer front height to correct this. One even bragged to me once, "Why should I change anything when I'm selling $60 million of cabinets without changing a thing?" Fortunately, it is now easier than ever to break free of that arrogance attached to these 70-year-old handcuffs. In this kitchen, with taller top drawers, you can stack 3 bowls. You can even have a drawer inside a drawer for all the small items. With the introduction of computer-aided manufacturing, a few moments of entering data will change any dimension of a cabinet. Seek out the cabinet manufacturers who are willing to accommodate you without huge premiums. Yes, the longer drawer slides cost more. However, 1 drawer can now hold twice as much. Yes, a bit more material will be used in each box. Yet, their software makes all these changes occur easily. And if you find the right cabinet shop, the extra cost is easily justified. Plus, you will need fewer cabinets so you can gain an offset to cost there. Then I discovered the opportunity for storage in the toe kicks. Even standard 4-inch high toe kicks give enough height for a usable drawer, and even more fits when the toe kick is higher. What your kitchen lacks. Let's see the result of using deeper cabinets under deeper counters. Solving counter space, clutter, and storage opens up new ways of thinking about layouts and aesthetics. You start with a kitchen full of 24-inch deep lower cabinets and 12-inch deep upper cabinets. You ask your designer for deeper counters with longer drawers below because that effectively doubles what fits in a drawer. This is due to how better items fit when you add 3 to 6 inches more usable drawer. Then consider combining the two top drawers into one 14 to 15-inch tall chef's drawer, and you can hold your most used spices, cooking sauces, oils, vinegars, and more. Another industry standard change is the top drawer itself. I use 7.5-inch tall top drawers. Notice how much more varied the items stored in the top drawer can be. Even stacks of bowls and measuring cups fit. And look how many more spices will fit in a custom pull-out spice rack that's 6 inches longer than an off-the-shelf unit. Adding more windows is now possible. And the inspiration resulted here in a custom blocked quartered McCory kitchen with a bronze sculpture to support the glass eating bar. And notice the niche for their cat food and drink bowls. As you just saw, the combination of deeper counters, taller top drawers, and longer drawers everywhere affects layout and aesthetics. The two go hand in hand. This crowded and cramped kitchen was transformed into this. Here, Naughty Cherry plays off the rainforest green metamorphic marble. Notice how scaling up the counters to 30-inch deep with 15-inch upper cabinets feels very normal. Yet that extra depth allows a panini maker to fit. And deeper cabinets create room for a 6-inch deep spice cabinet alongside the refrigerator. The obvious lacks of this kitchen begged especially for more counter space. By rebuilding the staircase behind the kitchen in this home, I freed up room to expand the kitchen, thereby adding a peninsula eating bar and cabinets under the window at the end of the room. Just as important, having deeper counters means you are now not crowded as you work, even when there are items at the back of the counter. Finally, I used one of my pull-out hood designs to collect vapors from the extra-wide cooking center. Because the cabinets above are 14 inches deep, I could design a hood that extends all the way out to the front edge of the counter, which means much more effective extraction of odors. And here's a favorite kitchen of mine that was featured on HGTV. I asked my client to not clean up prior to my visiting them for the first time. Yeah, they had a problem with clutter. Resolving it with deeper cabinets effectively doubled the storage below the counters, resulting in this art gallery-like kitchen with two cooking centers. Like in the previous kitchen, odors are extracted by pull-out hoods. In this case, I hid them in the shelf. Finally, breaking free of the 24-inch deep handcuffs on your lower cabinets enabled me to take this corner pantry and store everything in it, except the bulkier boxes. I took out the never-used desk in the kitchen and replaced it with a bar-height 30-inch deep cabinet. I originally supplied 4 pullouts and asked my client to start by installing the bottom one. Then I said, explore putting items on their sides so more items will fit, and you'll see their labels. After they did that, they discovered they had room for a 5th pullout. With the corner freed up, the kitchen could become this. I added clerestory windows to bring in the morning sun and more light on the north-facing side. So there you have it. My solution to resolving the lacks of the typical kitchen is simple. You'll be amazed at what new ways of thinking are now able to emerge. What joy your kitchen will inspire even decades later, as this kitchen does for my shoe-loving client who loves her island on stiletto heels. Please subscribe to Space Therapy and join me in discovering what it means to have a kitchen designed by LIFE, Life.